to my channel, Modestly MASKI. I'm MASKI, and today, like I promised you all, I'm gonna make the vegan mayonnaise, what we call soy butter. Today, I'm gonna do it a little bit different. Don't get scared. It looks like a lot of ingredients. Soy butter, vegan mayonnaise does not have a lot of ingredients. But instead of just buying some milk, I'm gonna make my own soy milk. Now, this is going to be a quick, fast soy milk because it's for the veganese, the soy butter, or if you were making cheese or different things like that. I have soy flour that I'm going to be using. Soy flour. Now, these are soybeans. These are soybeans. This is the flour. If I was making milk to drink, I would use the soybean. Okay? This soy flour is just ground soybeans. Now, if you want to make soy milk to drink, or anything that you need it to be smooth, like if I was making cheesecakes or things like that, you definitely want to use make milk from the bean and not from the flour. The flour is for those quick things, either when you're making cheese or either casseroles or mac and cheese, different things that you're going to put in the oven, or something quick and easy. Like for veganese, for your cheeses, for your soy butter, things like that, you can use soy flour. Now, this is going to be really easy and quick. Today, believe it or not, I'm only making a little bit. I know everybody is so used to me always making so much of everything. But today, I actually have cheese and soy butter and everything already made, so I don't need a lot. So we're going to be just doing a half a cup of soy flour. Have your half a cup. And we're going to use a half a cup of soy flour. Now, when you're making milk, using soy flour to make milk, you want to make sure that you have a pot big enough, because this will boil over very quickly. So we have a half a cup of soy flour, and we have 2 cups of filtered water. And you're just going to whisk your water into the soy flour little by little. You're going to just pour it in there little by little. Now, so a half a cup of soy flour to 2 cups of water. You may want to put a little bit more, depending. You don't want to make it too thin, because then it's going to need too much oil to thicken it up. We're just going to whisk that really good. And then we're going to put this soy milk on the fire. You have to be really careful because it will cook really fast. When it comes to a boil, you have to make sure you turn the eye all the way down. Stir it up, turn the eye all the way down. Now, when I'm making this milk for just cheese and soy butter, once it rises up and comes to a boil, that's really enough. If you want, you can let it keep cooking until it gets a skin on top. Okay, then you know that it's ready. That's always how you know that your milk is ready. It gets a skin on top of the soy milk, which a lot of us use as bean curds, and that's a whole nother something. But for your soy butter, you don't have to wait that long. If you have a sensitive system, then maybe you want to make sure that it's cooked really good. We're gonna go ahead and put this on the eye and let this milk cook up, and then we'll be right back. Okay, we turned the eye on, and in the beginning, you want to just make sure you're watching this really good, because it will cook up very fast. And if you do not watch this milk, it will boil over. I'm going to watch this very closely. Okay, so I just added 2 more cups of water. That was not enough water. So to a 1/2 cup of soy flour, you want to put 4 cups of water. Okay, 4 cups of water. And if you can tell on the sides, you can see on the sides it's starting to bubble up. That's what you want to look for. And I'm just gonna stand here and watch this. See, it's bubbling up. See how it's just rising? You turn it down. See how it rose all the way up? Woo! And you stir. Okay. That's what you want to watch for. At this point, my milk is all the way turned down and it's starting to go back down. At this point, you really can just use it for your soy milk. I mean, your Mayonnaise, your soy butter, or your cheese. Okay? Or you can wait until, let it just sit and cook until you see a skin forming on top of your milk. We're just going to wait a minute and let that skin form on top of the milk, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, if you can see, it's steamy. If you can see, it's already forming. You see that? Can you see the skin is forming and it formed on top? The longer you let it cook, it will get thicker and thicker. You see that? That is bean curds on a small level. That's what this is on the spoon. Now, we're not going to just keep letting it cook because we don't need it to. Not for what we're doing. Now, this is good. This is good. We can turn it off. So we finished making our milk. And we put 2 cups of soy milk in our blender. Now, you don't have to wait until it's cold. You can wait depending on what kind of blender you have. You don't want to do it while it's too hot, but don't wait until it gets cold because the heat actually helps it thicken up faster. Whenever I'm making cheese or soy butters from homemade soy milk or even store-bought soy milk, I don't like to use store-bought soy milk most of the time, but I always heat it up a little bit because the heat helps it get thicker faster. Depending on what type of blender you have, you will use more oil if your blender is not that good. So you can use a food processor, you can use a little hand blender or regular blender. But just remember, if the speed is not good enough, then you will have to keep adding a lot of oil. Original, I don't want to say original, but mayonnaise is mainly made out of eggs and oil. Now, people add salt and mustard and some people sugar, vinegar, lemon juice. What I'm going to make is just the base for so many things. You can take this and make onion dip. You can take this and make tartar sauce, different dressings, cheese. But this is the base. So from my potato salad video, this is what I use. It's just milk, salt, and oil. Now, I usually add a little apple cider vinegar towards the end for the taste, and it actually helps close that little hole because we're going to slowly pour our oil in our blender until it thickens up, okay? So let's get started. We're going to add our salt. I'm using pink Himalayan sea salt. You don't need that much. Let's check it. Okay, let's check it. Let's see. Whoa, you can just see from the top. We had about a cup, maybe a little over a cup of oil in that bottle. I did not use it all, so I would say you'll need, well, it depends on the blender you have. If you have a good blender, you may not even need a cup of oil. Maybe a half a cup, because you're gonna use the vinegar to thicken it up. Now look at that. Can you see that? But I definitely recommend making your own soy milk and then making your own Mayonnaise instead of using store-bought. It's really easy. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. I would definitely recommend making your own Mayonnaise. Can you see that? See? Now I'm going to make a soy-free Mayonnaise because I know that there's a lot of people who do not like to use soy. If you're using soy beans, try to get organic with, but I am going to make a video soon with a soy-free version option. And we're going to be using the aquafaba from the chickpeas. Okay, you can make your own aquafaba, or you can just use the water from the canned chickpeas. The aquafaba is like an egg replacement, so it works just like the egg, you know, when they making the mayonnaise. So we're going to make one that is soy free. So stay tuned. So this is what you need to make that delicious potato salad that I made in one of the previous videos. So check that video out and tell me how you like this. Again, stay tuned for the soy-free version of this Mayonnaise made from aquafaba and even a few chickpeas inside if you like. So thank you so much for tuning in. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that bell so you'll always be notified when I upload new videos. Please feel free to leave a comment below, even if it's just a smiley, you know. And until next time, peace and blessings to everyone. Remember, if I can do it, so can you. Shalom.